Today we're looking at the most mana expensive Magic the Gathering cards, and we're going to see if they're worth it. We're going to start off with the Patron of the Orochi. Sounds like some sort of tea in my opinion. Alright, we got a green 6 generic 7/7. It's a spirit. Hear that spirit squad? You want to splash green for the Patron of Orochi? Now it's got the snake offering. You may play this card anytime you can play an instant by sacrificing a snake. How many kind of playable snakes are there out there? You could anytime you could play an instant by sacrificing a snake and paying the difference in mana cost between this and the sacrificed snake. I swear they've made it like something like that before. That is not a very enticing offer. Wizard, that is literally the Eldrazi thing. They did this before. This is just predates the Eldrazi. I want to call it Emerge, but I don't actually remember the effect. All right, untap all forests and green creatures. Play this ability only once each turn. That's not bad. That's pretty strong. You untap all your fort, you get double the mana, and you basically give all your creatures vigilance. In my opinion. That being said, it's still 8 mana. Snake offering, only the snakes. Like I can think of only like a few snakes in the game. Like one that's 1 mana, one that's 2 mana, and that's it. I guess Mystic Snake is not too bad if you're playing blue. Anyway, I'm gonna say not worth it. All right. It's Emerge. Oh, it's called Emerge. It's Emerge more or less. Yes, that's what it. Okay, so I was right with the ability. Is this a card? Coco Commune. Okay, you're just talking about something else. We'll go with Abso then. Finned Horn Elf. Everyone's talking about Tea Time, the Tea Team earlier, the Coco Commune. More than just the coffee crew here. Okay, let's go Findhorn Elf. That is 1 mana. That is disqualified. We want larger mana. Okay, let's go just start with the super chats. You wouldn't waste your super chat on something silly. The Great Aurora. Okay, the Great Aurora. A green 6 generic sorcery. Each player shuffles all cards from his or her hand into all permanents he or she owns into his or their library, then draws that many cards. Each player may put any number of land cards from their hand onto the battlefield. Exile the Great Aurora. The only thing I wish was great about this card is that it was great. I've got 1 million of these cards, and they are worthless. What deck needs to play this in order to make it good? You gotta shuffle all cards from their hand and all permanents in play into their library. Draw that many cards. Each player may put any number of land cards in their hand onto the battlefield. Hold on, then wait, hold on. You just drew a bunch of cards? No, each player. Oh, we like returned the game back to the state. Did we just reset the game? All cards in their hand and all permanents they own into their library, and then draw that many cards. That's wild. Okay, that's not bad. That is worth it. I'm surprised that they didn't even ban this card. Like what Upheaval is banned. Why isn't the Great Aurora banned? It's like a very similar effect. It's a little bit more expensive. It's also in green. What is green gonna do about this? By the way, it's bugged in Magic the Gathering Online. Shuffles tokens into the library. Isn't that correct? It's just that they disappear once they hit the library. I think that's correct. I could be wrong, though. If anyone knows, they know. Okay, Liquid Soulfly with Tooth and Nail. It's 7, but technically it's 9. Really? Oh, yeah, because the Entwine. Well, hey, 7 by itself qualifies for the show. Okay, Sorcery. Choose 1. Search your library for up to 2 creature cards. Reveal them. Put them into your hand, then shuffle. But if you pay the Entwine cost... Oh, sorry, there's... the second ability, put up to 2 creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield. So you choose one or the other, but if you entwine it for 9 mana, you get to have both. It's the original, like, command. It's like mono green command. Search your library for creature tutor, put creatures in play, or have them both at the same time. In some weird way. Next super chat, we got Dizzy Blizzy. The Nyx Bloom Ancient. Oh, we got the green 4 generic for 5/5 elemental. Oh, aren't you special? Trample. If you tap a permanent for mana, it produces 3 times that much mana instead. That thing's broken. All right, that is definitely a pass. So if you get this thing in play, you will have an absurd amount of mana. All you have to do is get to 7 and basically the game is over. Thank God it's not legendary. If that was legendary, is that commander worthy? I imagine it would. You people love to see it. Does a Tron deck use Tooth and Nail? They don't. They don't have that many creatures. Also, they don't have double green very often. As weird as that sounds. They have a single green, and that's it. Alright, let's go with Henrik. Verdant Force. That sounds like an old card. It's not. Or it's been reprinted a million times. What's the oldest version of Verdant Force? I want to see the OG. It is an old card. I knew it. Green 5 generic. For the 7/7 elemental. During each player's upkeep, put a sapling token into play. Treat this token as a 1/1 green creature. Multiplayer, not bad. Actually, I think this card is crap. During each player's upkeep, it's okay. It's okay. Is it worth 8 mana? No. I think you can do better for 8 mana, in my opinion. Emerald Crowley. Nikachu, let's start the day off with Wolfpack from PTK. I don't remember what that set was. Wolfpack. Over $100. Really? You're a true story. This is $100. Okay, what does $100 for 8 mana look like? Okay, 7/6, it's a wolf. You may have Wolfpack assign its combat damage as though it were not blocked. So it's basically a non-blockable 7 creature. What is going on here? Oh, it's a Portal 3 Kingdoms card. That's why those cards are just rare. So I guess it's just for the collectors. It's like a reserve list card, but not actually reserve list. You be careful. They reprinted, what's it called? The Recruiter card. Any of these things can be reprinted. $100 for this? I would not play it. Nope. If you're a fan of the Wolves, though, maybe you would. 8 mana for an unblock. Let's see, 8 mana for an unblockable 7/6. It's better than Trample, but it's still 8 mana. I don't know, I can't get behind it. Wolfpack is a lesser version of Thorn Elemental. Okay, well then let's look at that. Let's compare Thorn Elemental. That's a Throng? No, Thorn. Thorn. Okay, this is 7 mana for a 7/7. You may have Thorn Elemental assigned its combat damage as though it weren't blocked. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing, except there's a lot less wolf decks out there, more elemental decks, and this thing's cheaper. And it's bigger. It's actually just strictly better. I'm still not playing this card. It's not happening. Okay, hold on. Let's get a different freebie here. Not even unblockable. It still dies to blockers. Oh, that's true! So, I mean, if it blocks, you can have the damage go over, like, you know, some sort of super trample, but then it still dies. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Interesting. Okay, I'm just quickly looking at the super chats. I do not see Panglacial Worm, so Toilet Duck's Panglacial Worm shall stand. Funny story, you can cast it while searching a library, so judge, ruling, chaos ensues. This is a very unique, this is a card with a very unique ruling. So for 7 mana, you have a 9/5 worm with trample. However, while you're searching your library, you may play Panglacial Worm from your library. That is really weird. So you crack a fetch land. Okay, I'm looking around. You know, I went to go get myself a tropical island, but at the same time, maybe I'm gonna go get a Panglacial Worm while I'm at it. You do need to pay the cost for this thing. You can't just put it into play for nothing. It still costs the 7 mana. Does anyone play, like, is this a fine you know, I could see this as like an okay commander card. Because it's only 1 in your deck, and then late in the game, like a random fetch land basically is equal to a Panglacial Worm. So Panglacial Worm has multiple rules exceptions specifically for it. Oh my goodness. It is quite the novel. Not reading novels here today. Yeah, Judge! Judge, my opponent's playing Panglacial Worm. Are they doing this correctly? Is all this legal? Does this make sense? Nobody plays Panglacial Worm. Okay, I think I can see this card actually being playable in only in Commander, because the game, if the game goes long, you have a single copy in your deck and you draw a fetch land. That's like having a random 9/5 trampler is okay. I think it's okay. It's not bad. Okay, next super chat. We've got Platonic Liquid. It's that time again. Bringer of the Green Dawn. You're just like, can I bring up this card for this show? How about this show? Okay, we have another Bringer. 9 mana for a 5/5. But you can pay the Wooburg rather than pay the Bringer of the Dawn's mana cost. It's got trample. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a 3/3 green beast creature token into play. Alright, if you're playing Wooburg, I think it's okay. It's good enough. A 5/5 that puts it's like a super Bitter Blossom. Bitter Blossom creatures, Bitter Blossom fairy aficionados are jealous of the Bringer of the Green Dawn. These are big, chunky 3/3s that you don't even get dealt any damage. You're not even dealt any damage. We got Hatchery Spider from the Cute Spider. Them spiders can be very expensive. Oh, we got 7 mana for 5/7 with Reach. Undergrowth, an ability. When you cast this spell, reveal the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. You may put a green permanent card with converted mana cost X or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. That is okay. It seems like a very standard worthy card. The downside is you really need to have stuff in your graveyard. If nothing is dead, then this card sort of does basically nothing. So a little situational, a little too situational for me. Not worth it. Next super chat, we got Fire. The Great Henge. Isn't this the card that they wanted banned in Pioneer? I think some people were outraged by this card. So it looks like it's 9 mana, but really it costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. And really, you can like ramp out a 5 power creature by turn 2 quite easily. Turn 1 Mana Dork. Turn 2 random 4/4 or 5/5 or 5/4. And then this thing costs nothing. So you can tap to add double green and gain 2 life. Nothing wrong with that. And whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a counter on it and draw a card. That's broken. Drawing the card is nuts. And it's so basically this card, if the power is 5, then this costs 4 mana, which is very realistic. You gain life, add more mana. It's a bit disgusting. So yeah, very, very worth it. Very, very worth it. The hell's a Craw Giant? Who the hell is this? Green, 3 generic, 6/4 giant with Rampage 2. Well, excuse me, I'm gonna have to read the reminder text. Whenever this creature becomes blocked, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn for each creature blocking it beyond the first. Weird. So it gets a little bit bigger if you try to block it, and that's it. Oh, and it has trample. So that's interesting. So if you block it, it's basically a 6 toughness creature. Just big dummy. Not worth it. Too big, too thick. Just big dummy, that's it. Oh, we got Jess. What we got for us, Jess? Can't watch today. Donation to the chat. All right, thank you so much, Jess. Not a problem. We'll donate to... Give the giant lure. It's okay. You got a little bit of a combo there, sure. I think there's a bunch of other cards that are very, very similar to that. Christopher P. with the Beanstalk Giant. That's 7 mana? It's 7 mana. All right, it's got Fertile Footsteps for 3 mana. It's an adventure. Search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Nothing wrong with that. And its power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. I like it. So it's a little bit of ramp. It's 2 cards. The deal is you can do stuff with this early on in the game. So if you need to reach your like 5th land drop by turn 4 or even by turn 3, this will get it done. And it's just sitting there in the adventure exile zone waiting to be played as just a random big dummy later. Platonic Lick it doesn't like. It doesn't have trample. No trample here. No, it doesn't. You can block it all day long. Tiny little squirrel will block the Beanstalk Giant. But it's 2 cards in 1. That's why I like the damn thing. Okay, hold on. That was a donation. Now we'll get to Carrick Bend with Tyrannex Rex. It's a Phyrexian dinosaur. The Phyrexians, they went back in time. Or I don't know, they created their own Jurassic Parks just so that they could Phyrexianize the dinosaurs. Alright, we have 7 mana for an 8/8 that can't be countered. It's got trample. It's got Ward 4. Ward 4 is busted. Alright, even Ward 2 is pretty strong. Ward 4 is insane. It's got haste. So trample, haste, barely can. It's got Toxic 4. Okay, this card's insane. This card's actually nuts. I'm surprised this card doesn't even see more play. Like, I don't know who the hell can use this card at 7 mana. But for 7 mana, like you're about to kill somebody. They'll die in 3 turns. They went to Ixalan early. How far back in time is Ixalan? Is that in the future? Is it in the present? I don't know what's going on anymore in the timeline. Teferi can move back and forth and all over the place. Anyway, okay. Definitely worth it. This one has trample. Platonic Liquid. It's got a lot of trample. You can neoform into... That's true. Although, like, if you neoform into something, you might as well neoform into something that just wins the game on the spot. Okay, let's take some... Was that a super chat? Was not. Go to King Ginger. Gulta. Stampede Gulta. May not be on Scryfall yet. It is now. Okay, so what is it? Ooh, this new card. So we got for 8 mana, a 12/12 Elder Dinosaur with trample. When Gulta Stampede Tyrant enters the battlefield, put any number of creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield. Oh my goodness. So it's a one-sided hypergenesis. But for 8 mana, like, what else do you have in your hand that you couldn't cast at this point? I guess it's fine. Like, this could be a haymaker. It could be like, I guess if you can cheat this, you could like show and tell this in play and then show and tell the rest of your hand in play. Prime Jaders, this is my 2nd time catching your stream live. You frequently say it's Zybers and it danger. Could you explain what these terms mean? I feel out of the loop. You just have to watch the AI-generated Magic the Gathering show. You just gotta watch it. But Zyber means good. It danger means it danger. It danger. It's almost should be almost self-explanatory. It danger means, and this card it could danger. If you get this thing out early, it danger. Okay, I'm gonna give it a pass. Although, anyway, it's got trample as well. Whatever. Triox with the Ancient Ooze. Yeah, and then Diblik is a whole different other story. Okay, we have a 7 mana Star Ooze. Its power and toughness are each equal to the total converted mana cost of other creatures you control. That is a weird one. That is completely bizarre. Anyway, it's just big dummy. Big dummy, not worth it for 7 mana. A lot of big dummies in this game, okay? There's a lot of big dummies. This goes into, like, I don't know, mono green deck starter pack of some sort. The AI streams add a lot to the Nikachu lingo, I know. We've made our own language here. Okay, next up, King Ginger loves the really expensive cards. Ancient Imperial. I swear you've had this one on here before. Or maybe not. Okay, 7 mana for a 6/6 dinosaur. With Convoke, though, Trample Ward 2. When it enters the battlefield with 2+1/+1 counters on it for each creature that convoked it. This card's great! I think this card's great. I don't think it's that expensive. I mean, if you have, like, four mana, like 4 lands and, like, 3 creatures, you just throw this on the battlefield. And it's an enormous creature! Like, you're not gonna kill with Fury. Can kill with Fatal Push. Lightning Bolt ain't gonna do it. And it's got Trample and Ward too. And on top of that, even if you target it with anything, if you have to target with multiple things, the Ward just says no. Ward says no around here. We did do Tooth and Nail. Okay, let's go to Nalia with the Myojin of Towering Might. Myojin! Towering Might! He's lying down! Or she. Okay, we have a green, 5 generic 8/8 spirit. Enters the battlefield with an indestructible counter on it if you cast it from your hands. No cheating. Remove an indestructible counter from the Myojin of Towering Might. Distribute 8 +1/+1 counters among any number of target creatures you control. They gain trample until end of turn. 8/8 indestructible is really not that bad. I'll give it a pass for that reason. And then for one weird reason, you can like put 8 counters on something else. But you know what? 8/8 indestructible. I know how much you people love your indestructible. If the card says indestructible, it adds like $5 to it. Prove me wrong, chat. Prove me wrong. Oh, sounds like Siri's trying to prove me wrong immediately. Okay. Let's go to sub 124C with the Biorhythm. Isn't this banned for some reason? Okay, it's banned. Why is it banned? 8 mana, sorcery. Each player's life total becomes the number of creatures he or she controls. Yeah, that's broken. That's absolutely busted. I have seen life's purpose, and now it is my own. So if you just cheat this card, I'm not sure how you cheat the card immediately. Maybe some sort of omniscience type build. Get omniscience in play, Biorhythm. I win! Maybe I have 1 creature in play. And that's it. That's all I need. Everyone else dies. Brash Taunter is about $2. You're proven wrong. Damn it. You're supposed to back me up, damn it. Hold on. Brash Taunter, I think, has been reprinted 1,000,000 times. I knew it. Reprinted 1,000,000 times. Keeping the price down. They're doing their best. Anyway, you're not a green creature. Get out of here. Jacob Thune with Colossification. Colossification. Isn't that the big aura? 7 mana aura. Enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. So it can be used as removal. Enchanted creature gets +20/+20. I think it just turns it into a big dummy. Interesting thing though, when it enters the battlefield, oh! Yeah, you can tap enchanted creature. So you could give it to someone else's creature to clear the way. I'm not sure why it has to tap the creature. I guess it puts it to sleep for a second. Big kitty. Big cat art is always nice. Yeah, big cat vibes. Big cat energy. Alright, Link is weak. Have you done Ghalta Primal Hunger? I don't know. I don't think we did Primal Hunger. Okay, this Ghalta, it's 12 mana for a 12/12 with Trample again. But it costs X less to cast, where X is the total power of creatures you control. Easy pass. Mostly because you're going to cast it for like way less than what this is. I've had this card cast against me in Modern before. Can't say they beat me, but it was cast. Just have to get a bunch of big, stupid creatures in play, and then you get Ghalta in play. The game plays itself. Okay, Sebastian. Last March of the Ents. It's a Lord of the Rings card. It's 8 mana, sorcery, can't be countered. Screw the counter spells. Draw cards equal to the greatest toughness among creatures you control, then put any number of creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield. Strong card! Alright, so you draw a lot of cards. Also, dump your hand. That's not bad. I like it. Okay, Yulchin says, I've cast it for 2 in a Simic Merfolk deck using only cards that I had at the time. You talking about Ghalta? That's wild. Let's just put Ghalta in a Merfolk deck. You know, they buff each other. No, Ghalta costs 2 mana. Alright, let's go to Dizzy Blizzy. Craterhoof Behemoth, the ender of games. They should errata Craterhoof Behemoth to that. Alright, 8 mana, 5/5 haste, enters the battlefield. Creatures control gain trample and plus X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. Easy pass. Enters the battlefield. Actually, hold on, there's like... What is a good way to describe Craterhoof Behemoth? Because they like, when people see it, they're just like, yeah, I know. I knew it. I don't have a sound effect for this.
No, God, please,
they'll probably say that as well. Because they know the game is over. It's GG. It's the GG Behemoth. I'm renaming it to that. That's canon now. The GG Behemoth. The behemoth has haste. Insane. Yeah, this big clunky thing. Toilet duck. The Tarask something. The Tarask. Green, green, green. 6 generic for a 10/10 dinosaur. What is this? Ixalan in like Dungeons and Dragons? The Tarask has haste and ward 10 as long as it was cast permanently. And whenever the Tarask attacks, it fights target creature defending player controls. That thing's insane. Very, very easy pass. Since it's removal, no one can kill this thing. And, oh, but it doesn't have trample. Whatever, it has haste. I don't, yeah, but whatever, it'll kill things. Every single time it fights. It's gonna fight you. It's a classic D&D monster. At first I thought that was a spaceship over here. No, it's just some person casting a spell, attacking the damn thing. Okay, next we've got, Steven, sorry about that, Steven, you got sniped. Last March of the Ants, we did that one. Oh my god, you have so many. How many times have we gone through Galta as well? Okay, hold on, we gotta donate your super chat, Steven. Sorry you got sniped, it happens. Sebastian says sorry. Who are we gonna do? Let's go with C. Tromsky's Skull Spore Nexus. The Skull Spore, green, green, 6 generic, legendary artifact. Cost X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. These cards are always great. Whenever one or more non-token creatures you control die, create a green fungus dinosaur creature token with the base power and toughness each equal to the total power of those creatures. And then pay 2, tap double target creature's power until end of turn. It's playable. I'm not really excited about this card, to be honest. I mean, maybe it's fine. So if something dies, you get something else, and you can double the power. And it has to be a non-token, so if your tokens die, you know what? This card's good. It's good value. You got sniped now? Everyone's getting... I got a lot of super chats. Okay, we're going to blast through some of these super chats. Okay, Red Scout likes Galta. How many Galtas are left? There's like 2, aren't there? Okay, we'll go with Galta and Mavrin, because we did the other... We already did the other 2. So thank you very much, the Red Scout. And this guy looks like a Red Scout up there. Okay, we have white, white, green, green 3 for Galta and Mavrin, a 12/12 trampler, dinosaur vampire. Okay, it's got trample. When you attack, choose one. Create a tapped attacking XX green dinosaur creature token with trample, where X is the greatest power among other attacking creatures, or create X11 white vampire creature tokens with lifelink, where X is the number of other attacking creatures. What a weird card. It brings all the dinosaurs or all the vampires to the yard. How are we being sniped in... How are we being sniped in green? 50% of their cards are like 7+ CMC. Yeah, we did all the... We've now gone through all the Galtas. Is this Galta worth it? It's 7. Whatever. Okay, we'll say it's okay. Give it a... It's close. It's pretty close to being like a big dummy, but it's got a good... It has an okay attack trigger. Okay, what else do we got here? Let's go with King Ginger's Skull Spore Nexus. The Skull Spore. Oh, we did that one. So that's the one you got sniped on. All right, so okay, then we're going to give it to Frank. Let's give it to Thicket Basilisk. Thicket Basilisk? I know this is a card. OG Thicket let's look up Basilisk. There's not too many basilisks, right? Where's the Thicket one? I want a thick one. Thicket, there we go. It's 5 mana. Disqualified. Okay, hold on, let's go. Where's another one? Nate with Verdant Force. One's considered one of the best creatures in the game. Oh, we did this one already. Why is it one of the best creatures in the game? At the beginning of each, you get just a 1/1 every upkeep. Are we running out of cards this quickly? Turia with Camel. Heart of Croza. Oh, this is the Fist of Croza. You want the heart. Heart of Croza. Okay, 8 mana for a 5/5 human druid at the beginning of combat on your turn. Creatures you control get +3/+3 and gain trample in your turn. That's insane. That's like a free overrun every single turn. 2 mana until end of turn. Target land you control becomes a 1/1 elemental creature with vigilance, indestructible, and haste. It's still land. So you just like tap a bunch of mana, turn all your lands into creatures, and they get the +3/+3 buff, and they're indestructible. Yeah, and as partner, very good card. Arguably amazing. Arguably it's broken. That's right. Free overrun that danger. Okay, we're gonna look at more super expensive green cards. You know where to get them from, though. Today's sponsor, the same as every other day, FusionGamingOnline.com. And if we're looking for new dinosaurs to add to your collection, and also other big green dummies, you might want to look into pre-ordering those cards from FusionGamingOnline.com. They're going to have all the Lost Caverns of Ixalan singles. And if you want to support the channel, don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. I don't know. They have also all the big expensive green cards. I don't know where you would use them. Maybe in Pioneer. If they've got a cost reduction to it, maybe you can play them in Pioneer. There's a mono green deck out there. Anyway, if I haven't persuaded you often enough, maybe want to test out other decks. You can support the channel by using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_XQJ. All right, big, dumb, thick. Back to big, dumb, thick creatures. Yeah, today's sponsor is the same as every other day. Well, I think that it's funny. Everyone's like, today's sponsor. And it's like the same sponsor they usually get sponsored by. Unless it really is a different sponsor. Okay, what else do we have next? Okay, like, we did that one. Samurott the Raccoon is calling for Endless Worm. All right, Dizzy Blizzy. Is it really endless? It's 5 mana. It's disqualified. I'm gonna feed your super chat to the Endless Worm. Hornet Queen was good in Standard. Hornet Queen is amazing. Hornet Queen is still good. Oh, they got new art for this thing. Looks very menacing. This is what a hornet looks like at me when I'm drinking when I'm drinking a Slurpee. This is my vision. This is my point of view. The stupid dickhole is like trying to find out where the sweetness is coming from, and it's like coming from my straw on my Slurpee. Okay, anyway, it's a 2/2 Flying Death Touch. Enters the battlefield. Create 4 1/1 green insect creature tokens with Flying and Death Touch. I actually think this card's insane. I hate seeing the Hornet Queen. Oh, an Endless Swarm? Okay, Hornet Queen's not bad. Endless Swarm was the card. Endless, how did Endless Swarm come up? Whatever, okay, we're here. Moving on. Green, 5 generic sorcery. Put a 1/1 green snake creature token into play for each card in your hand. Sounds terrible. With Epic, so for the rest of the game, you get a snake for each card in your hand. I don't like it. You have to fill your hand up. I mean, you get it every time. You can't play spells for the rest of the game, right? No, I don't want this card. The worst Epic card. Oh, maybe. Basically, you have to hoard cards. I mean, you're not going to play those cards anymore, but you just get 1/1s for the rest of the game. I don't know. Do you know what? This plus humility might actually be powerful, because you'll just outnumber all the other decks with a bunch of 1/1 creatures. And that just I guess it doesn't really compound. You just get 7 1/1s every turn. That's how many cards you're going to have in your hand. JD, has anyone mentioned Impervious Great Worm yet? Nope. You got it. It's a worm. It's green, 7 generic for the 16/16 indestructible with Convoke. That's okay. All right, you can cheat it in play. Cheat it in play, it's okay. The ultimate answer to Intrigue and Subtlety. It's also the ultimate answer to Supreme Verdict and Wrath of God and every other sweeper in this damn game. Okay, Owen, what do you got for us? The Titan of Industry. 7 mana. Yeah, 7 mana for a 7/7 elemental. Is it like walking buildings or something? Reach, trample. It better reach. It's like basically as high as the clouds. When Titan of Industry enters the battlefield, choose 2. Destroy target, artifact, or enchantment. Target player gains 5 life. Create a 4/4 green Rhino Warrior creature token. What the hell does that have to do with anything? And put a shield counter on a creature you control. It could be itself. You get to choose 2. I like this card. I think it's a reasonably large creature. It's like some sort of command attached to a creature, which makes it like 3 creatures. So it's like it's 3 cards. You got a 7/7 reach arounder with trample, and also you've got like 2x, like you have a disenchant. You get half of a crashing footfalls thing here. You get a lot of stuff. It's a 3-for-1 deal. Is this a card, Granny's Payback? It is. It's not a real card, though. Okay, it's an 8 mana sorcery. You gain life equal to your age. Granny's Payback. Yeah, the older you are, the better this card gets. Unplayable. Not real. Okay, next super chat. We've got Platonic Liquid. Let's see if Nikachu knows Apex Devastator. I don't think I do. Apex Devastator. Nope. Okay, 10 mana. Oh, this card! I know it by its ability. The 10/10 Hydra. Cascade, 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 you cascade 4 times. And then what if we hit a Cascade card? We're gonna keep cascading. Is it possible to build a commander deck? Has anyone tried this? That is just all Cascade creatures. So you just go through, you can basically cast one thing and you cast everything that costs cheaper than that. Just go on for forever. And then maybe you can double the triggers. Double the triggers of the abilities. Cascade is so broken. Yeah, tell that to the modern players. See, Owen's like, yes, that is my commander deck. We just cascade the whole thing into play. That's a really boring thing to watch someone do. I mean, it must be very exciting for the player playing the deck. Okay, we're going to keep peeling cards off the top of our deck until we hit another card. Oh, we hit another card. And everyone else is just waiting for the whole thing to end. Supreme Verdict! Checkmate, Cascade deck. I have a Cascade deck, and it is possible. Corbinek, Rampaging Brontodon. Straight from my Landfall deck. 7 mana for a 7/7 with Trample. Whenever it attacks, you get a +1/+1 counter until end of turn for each land you control. So it's just big creature. You got big creature with Trample. It could be really big, though. For each land you control, how many lands do you have on the battlefield? I don't like it. I don't like it enough. No, it does not tickle my fancy, in my opinion. Like Mamba. Did we do Apex Devastator? I think we did. Wasn't that the last one? That was literally Platonic Liquid's suggestion. Okay, so we're donating the super chat to the crowd. We'll give it to... Who hasn't gotten a card yet? Tromsky's gotten a card. I don't know if Arethusa got one yet today. Thunderous Debut. More or less Tooth and Nail at home. Alright, Tooth and Nail at home. 8 mana with Bargain. You can sack an artifact, enchantment, or token as you cast the spell. Look at the top 20 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 creature cards from among them. If the spell was bargained, put the revealed cards onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put the revealed cards into your hand, then shuffle. Oh yeah, it is. So for 8 mana, it's like a crappier Tooth and Nail. Hold on, let's get Tooth and... Isn't Tooth and Nail... Oh no, Tooth and Nail is 9 mana if you entwine. Uh-huh. But you look through the whole library. Anyway, it's okay. Well, now I don't remember. Did I give a pass to Tooth and Nail? I think I did. I better have, because I'm giving a pass to this card. It would look so bad that I give this a pass, and I said I didn't give a pass to Tooth and Nail. Tooth and Nail, of course, Tooth and Nail is still better. You get to look through the whole damn deck. The whole deck. Bryce, what do you got for us, Bryce? Has anyone said the Great Aurora? Yes! Yes, they have. So we donate your super chat to Beanpot, the Biorhythm. We did that one. You people gotta come early. Okay, Toads, what do you got? Nissa. Ascendant Animist. Holy what the hell is going on here? Okay, so Phyrexian, green, 3 generic for a 7, loyalty, Nissa. It's so messy on the card, you can't even read it. It's got completed. You can pay 2 life. For each Phyrexian paid with life, this Planeswalker enters with 2 fewer. So if we play the double Phyrexian, then it comes into with 3 loyalty. +1, create an XX green Phyrexian horror creature token where X is Nissa's loyalty. -1, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Also, -7, until end of turn, creatures you control get +1/+1 for each force you control and gain trample. That is so weird. This card looks just too fair to me. It's 5 mana for a 3 loyalty creature. You get a token, so it protects itself. You can destroy artifacts and enchantments. All right, we give it a pass. Easy pass. Actually, it's quite good. That is also in my landfall deck. All the landfall cards. This is my favorite. You're dead now. Surprise and standard. You're dead now? What? Oh, I thought... Okay, I thought that was a card. Stranger Candy. Giant Adaphage. The hell with whatever that is. A giant Adaphage. It's a big bug. 7 mana, 7/7 with trample. Something about wizards and the 7 mana 7/7s. With trample. Deals combat damage to a player, create a token that's a copy of giant Adaphage. That's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not in love with it, really, but I mean, hey, a token of itself, and it's got trample, so you just ping them for 1. It's not bad. Okay. We did Tooth and Nail Marcelo. Damn it! You poor shits coming in at the end of the show. We did Tooth, it was like really early. Okay, we'll donate the super chat to Reiner. Crush of Worms. Remember, even though your super chat was already done, just feel some warmness that your super chat is donated to somebody else, so that everybody's cards get seen. Okay, Crush of Worms. Apparently, this is a 9 mana sorcery. Put 3 6/6 green worm creature tokens into play. You can flash it back for 12. That's card advantage, but it's also insanely expensive. 9 mana. I'm gonna say not worth it. Too much mana. Don't like it. Too much manas. Okay, let's drill through some super chats before we get screwed. Blake Mamba, you've got Polyraptor. Hold on, that is not expensive, is it? Polyraptor. I swear that's a really cheap creature. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. 8 mana, 5/5 Enrage. Whenever it's dealt damage, create a token that's a copy of Polyraptor. Great card. Combos with, is it an infinite combo with the red one? It's like a 3/3. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, deal 1 damage to that creature. So they perpetually make, no, I can't remember. Does that lock the game? Maybe it does. I don't know. Okay, while we're at it, Blake Mamba has another super chat with World Spineworm. And it's Worm with a U. That's how it is in the Magic universe. Okay, 9 mana for a 15/15 Trampler. When it dies, put 3 5/5 green worm creature tokens with trample onto the battlefield. When World Spineworm is put into a graveyard from anywhere, shuffle it into its owner's library. Can't remember, there was a... This card, honestly, usually isn't cast. It's just comboed with, the Shoal. I can't remember. The, Nourishing Shoal. So you like Nourishing Shoal and World Spineworm and gain a bunch of life. But I can't remember. There was a deck that, like, spewed this onto the battlefield and it dies instantly, and that's fine because you get 3 5/5 creatures. But I don't remember what it was. But it is a good card for that reason. It's a good card to exile to Nourishing Shoal. And just randomly it'd be a good creature. Okay, Sebastian, what do you have here? Ancient Ooze. Old card gives me amazing memories of doing math in real life. Oh, we did this one already. Damn it. Okay, PhD. Peking plays Body of Jukai. Okay, we got a 9 mana 8/5 trample with Soul Shift 8. Thank you, reminder text. When this is put into a graveyard from play, you may return target spirit card with converted mana cost 8 or less from your graveyard to your hand. All right, so you get a little bit of a you get like a rebate on this creature when it dies. For that, it's okay. So, I mean, I like the fact that if it dies, you get something back, so you're not at card disadvantage. But 9 mana is a lot of mana. Oh my goodness, that is just a stupid amount of mana. Okay, Blake Mamba. Again. Nyx Bloom Ancient. We did that one. The triple mana works on everything, including dorks and cradles that tap for multiple mana. Oh my goodness, so I didn't think about that. At 3 times, so like you tap a cradle for 6, you get 18. That's broken. Anyway, we're gonna donate your super chat to Christopher P or Chris P. Earth, Quake, Dragon. Does it have forest breathing? I love that comment the other day. You know, fire breathing for a red? Well, if it buffs the toughness for a green, that's forest breathing. Okay, holy smokes! 15 mana, it's competing with Emrakul. It's a 10/10, costs X less to cast, where X is the total mana value of dragons you control. Flying Trample, pay 3 mana, sack a land, return Earthquake Dragon from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, I think it's fine. Definitely if you're playing a dragon deck, if you have at least 2 dragons out, this will just have a regular cost. And it keeps coming back, so I like it like that. What's been going on, David? I'm not ignoring anyone. You have something to say? Nyx Bloom Ancient. Oh, yeah, because I've done it before. Yeah, I'm not always ignoring you guys in chat. It's just we've done it already. We did it already. We need new cards like Living Hive. Like at this point, you gotta. But what's funny is I noticed you guys in the late portion of the show. Then you won't try to mention anything obvious. We once had a Merfolk show that didn't even mention Silvergill Adept once. That was funny. Okay, 8 mana for a 6/6 Trampler. When Living Hive deals combat damage to a player, put that many +1/+1 green insect creature tokens onto the battlefield. Like, these are things, like, they're okay. Like, it's not bad. Like, I do like the fact that, you know, you deal damage, you get a bunch of, like, random creatures that you can use to block. But, like, I'm not really, honestly, very excited about this card. Not very excited. Carrick with Protein Hulk. You gotta be kidding me. Protein Hulk. Okay, green 5 generic for a 6/6. Dies, suit your life for any number of creature cards with total converted mana cost 6 or less to put onto the battlefield. Broken with the Flash. Not broken if not with Flash, but only because of Flash it's broken. Okay, I think I actually have to get through all the super chats. Let's go through Steve Cooper. With Zapandrel, Hunger Dominance. Make big dummies bigger. 7 mana 4/6 with Reach. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. It does make things bigger. 2 Phyrexian. Sacrifice 2 other creatures. Put an indestructible counter on Zapandrel, Hunger Dominus. I like that ability at the end. We have each combat double the power and toughness of each creature, so everything just gets doubled. Okay, that's fine. But I like this. Like, let's say there was a sweeper. They sweep the board. You're, like, losing everything anyway. All right, just sack a bunch of creatures and put an indestructible counter on this guy. So you don't lose everything. Dizzy Blizzy! Donate to chat and have a coffee on me. Thanks so much, Dizzy Blizzy. I really appreciate it. So let's donate this one to... What does JD have to say? The Hulk definitely put in some work in my EDH deck. Oh, good God. I think we did that one. We did that one. Roar the Worm, the little brother of Crush of the Worms. The little brother? Oh, hold on. Roar the Worm. Roar of the Worm. Ah, 7 mana sorcery. Create just a singular 6/6 green worm creature token, but it's got flashback for 4 mana. Okay, now here's the deal with this card. You can discard this thing. The fact that it has flashback for so cheap is very relevant. So it's a 4, but it's still 4 mana for a 6/6. That's it. Well, honestly, we can do a whole lot better, in my opinion. So I'm gonna say no. I could say no, and I did say no. Okay, Mamba. Sandworm Convergence. It's the Super Chat 4th quarter. 8 mana for an enchantment. Creatures with flying can't attack you or planeswalkers you control. So it's like Moat. At the beginning of your end step, create a 5/5 green worm creature token. That thing's... I don't want to say this is great, but I like it. Alright, so it's like... To me, it prevents people from attacking you, and it's also a creature generator. Owen! Turn Timber Symbiosis. Oh, this card's actually good. Because it's a land! So you can put it into play as a land, add green mana. Gotta pay 3 life, though. Outside of that... Okay, so it's like, at worst, it's a land. But honestly, it's at best, it's a land. And it can get even better. 7 mana, sorcery. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. You can put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. If the card has converted mana cost 3 or less, it enters the battle. It enters with 3 additional +1/+1 counters on it. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Great card. Good card when you're flooding out. Good card when you need lands. Okay, Logan, I think we should do Apex Devastator again. Just one for the road, right, Logan? One for the road. Okay, we'll donate the super chat to, give it to, okay, let's give it to David. Vorin Klex, voice of, oh, did we do this one? No, we didn't actually. Okay, 8 mana for a 7/6 trample. If you tap a land for mana, you add 1 mana, one mana to your mana pool of any type that land produced. Whenever an opponent taps a land for mana, that land doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Great card. Raccoon Love. Look at it for each cascade. Yeah, let's cascade again. Cascade again. Oh, whatever, you guys. Okay, Steve Cooper. Virtue of Strength or Nyx Bloom Ancient Enchant. Oh, look at Virtue of Strength. All right. Is it a raccoon card? Is that a raccoon I see in there? Okay, Garenbrig Growth. For a green, sorcery, return target creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand. Meh. Okay, and then it's 7 mana. If you tap a basic land for mana, it produces 3 times of that mana instead. So this is like a... Isn't this like a Nyx Bloom Ancient? Okay, this is 3 times mana for whatever, a 7 mana creature. This is 7 mana enchantment. If you tap basic... Oh, it has to be basic though. You're locked down to basics. Not nearly as good, but it's okay. In fact, you could Garenbrig Growth your Nyx Bloom, your Nyx Bloom agent. Okay, we'll have to give it a pass. I think it's okay, but like you're sort of Scrooged to play a bunch of basic lands, which is not fun in my opinion. I like playing with non-basic lands. Non-basics are more fun in my opinion. Okay, we got Stephen Hope. Or Hop. Myojin of Life's Web. If I can spell this correctly. Myojin of Life's Web. It is a 9 mana, 8/8 spirit. Comes into play with a divinity counter on it if you played it from your hand. It's indestructible as long as it has a divinity counter. And you remove the divinity counter from Myojin of Life's Web. Put any number of creature cards from your hand into play. I don't like it. I don't like it because I think at this point of the game, if you can cast this thing for 9 mana, you probably can cast everything from your hand at this point. So not in love with that. Have we done Apex Devastator yet? Get out of here. What do you people do? Yeah, there we go. There's the 4th time we've cascaded into the the Apex Devastator has cascaded 4 times. Oh, okay. We'll donate the super chat to Uark. Oops, where's Uark? Molimo. Maro Sorcerer is a very interesting specimen. It is indeed. 7 mana for a star trampler. The power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. Just big dummy. Not a fan of big dummy creatures. How is this interesting? Number of lands. I swear there's like, we've looked at 3 cards today that are almost identical to this. Or very, very similar in nature. Okay, Rowan. What do you got for us next? Zakama. Primal Calamity. Hey, you're cheating! Oh, you super chatted though, so cheating is okay. Gold cards only for the super chatters. A 9/9 for effectively 9 mana. Vigilance, Reach, Trample. Enters the battlefield if you cast it. Untap all lands you control if you cast it. Okay, 3 mana. Deals 3 damage to target creature. 3 mana. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. 3 mana, you gain 3 life. This card's great. Actually, it's just a great card. Oh, I actually saw someone play in... Someone played this against me. I don't know how. Someone played this against me in Modern. And it was a big deal to try to beat. It was not easy. Like, it's weird. If they untap with it, they, like, just gain a bunch of life and deal a bunch of damage. Okay, next super chat. Let's look at... Platonic Liquids, Bramble Familiar count for a Raccoon Crew. Always looking out for the Raccoon Crew. Bramble Familiar. No! This should be like Samurot's avatar. Okay, anyway, okay, so we're gonna donate the super chat to Arthur. Reshape the Earth. Okay, 9 mana, sorcery, search your library for up to 10 land cards. Put onto the battlefield tapped and shuffle your library. Do you like thinning your deck? Well, this will thin the crap out of it. You will have almost no lands left. With the way you people build decks, I heard everyone's primary problem is getting mana screwed, but also everyone's primary deck building problem is they remove lands for the cards they want. Till there's a point where you don't even have lands in your deck to cast your spells. So what little lands you have left, you can reshape the earth with. I don't know what, and it's any land cards. So it could be like Valakut, you can get like Maze of Ith, you can get Tabernacle, you can get busted stuff. It's not even basic lands. This card's actually probably broken. Yeah, this card has to be insane. Very, very, very good card. Definitely big time playable. Even for 9 mana, I could see this easily being playable in almost any deck. Let's go with... We did March of the Ents, Dylan! Thank you very much for the suggestion. So we'll donate that to Turiat, who's been very astute in terms of how well he's been paying attention to the cards that have been posted and not. Okay, Azuri's Predation? Azuri's Predation, whatever. 8 mana, sorcery. For each creature your opponent's control, create a 4/4 green Phyrexian Beast creature token. Each of those tokens fights a different one of those creatures. So you put a bunch of creatures on the board and then fight everything. So everything 3 toughness dies. And then everything with 4 power kills your creatures. It's like it's almost like a board wipe in some weird way. But you have to make sure your opponents have crappier creatures than you. But you know what? It's not bad. In the token metagame, this card's good. Okay, the Wave of Vitriol. Let's take a look at that one, Bryce. Oops. The Wave. 7 mana, sorcery. Each player sacrifices all the artifacts, all enchantments. Oh no, it's each player. Each player sacks all the art. I'm not gonna be happy to see this. And non-basic lands they control. For each land sacrificed this way, oh, but you get to look through your library for a basic land card. So you exchange all your broken, like I guess non-basic lands, but you have to go get some fair basics. Really screwing the multicolor decks. Then each player who searches their library can shuffle it. I just don't think it's good. It's you know, sack all artifacts, enchantments, and BS lands. They go straight to the dumpster. Remordious Sin with the Thorn Elemental. I swear we've done this one. How many times do we have to do Thorn Elemental? I'm pretty sure I also said that we assigned its combat damage though it weren't blocked. I can't remember what I rated this. I don't think I liked it though. Is there something called Tornado Elemental? From Charlie. The Tornado Elemental. 7 mana, 6/6. Enters the battlefield, deals 6 damage to each creature with flying. Smack them birds down. And then you may have Tornado Elemental assigned its combat damage as though it weren't blocked. Well, I'll be damned. It's like the same thing as this damn Elemental. What's funny is it doesn't have flying itself or reach, which is just really bizarre. But enter the battlefield, deal damage to flying creatures. I like that. This is one of those, is like, I don't know if it's really worth it. Like, it's okay. It's okay. Logan. I don't think we've done this one. Apex Devastator. You gotta be kidding me! You people. As if we've cascaded a 5th time. Okay, let's give this one to... Toilet Duck. Nissa Ascendant Animist. Ascend. Oh, sorry, Ascended. Oh, we did that one, alright. Alright, let's do Doomgape. I like the sound of that one. Doomgape. Hey, that's multicolored. You didn't super chat. Oh, well, this is a donated super chat from someone else. Alright, so I guess it's gonna sort of count. Alright, 7 mana for a 10/10 trample. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. You gain life equal to that creature's toughness. Terrible card, actually. I like any card that makes me sack my creatures at my upkeep. Don't like it. Because I'm going to end up sacrificing this damn thing. And I guess you gain 10 life as a result of it. Okay, Blake Mamba, how are we finishing off the show? Did we do Zendikar Resurgent? No. Zendikar Resurgent. In English, please. We got the 7 mana enchantment. If you tap a land for mana, add 1 mana to your mana pool of any that land could produce. And whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card. This is great. This is... Okay, so you get double the mana for from your lands. From any land? Yeah, so from your lands. And it's a constant... what is it? Glimpse of Nature? Is it what it's called? Yeah, Glimpse of Glimpse of Nature. Yeah, you don't get a glimpse of nature. You get to see the whole thing. So anyway, I think this is a great card. Pass. And Lord Magicus. There's one card I think we absolutely need to cover on the show, and that is the Apex Devastator. How many people play against this deck? How popular is this in Commander? I mean, it's somewhat popular. We're sitting at 16 to 20 bucks. It's been printed twice. What if this was legendary? That should have been that would have been insane. It's legendary, it dies, you recast it, you get another 4 cascade triggers. It danger! Fortunately, it's not legendary, so it's fine. Okay, we'll give Woodfall Primus the what's it called? The wow, they have new art. It's Tales of Middle-earth art. Okay, it's a 6/6 trampler, enters the battlefield, destroy target non-creature permanent, and it's also got persist, so if it dies, it comes back and destroys another non-creature permanent. And we got one more from Black Mamba, one for the road. Oh, you got get out of here. I think I've overused the sound effect, you people. What? Yeah, I just have to go back to see the Apex Devastator again. There you go. Do you get it out of your system, guys? You get it out of your system? Okay, here's a card I don't think we've seen today. Liege of the Tangle. 8 mana for an 8/8 with Trample. When it deals combat damage to a player, you can choose any number of target lands you control and put an Awaken counter on them. Each of those lands are an 8/8 green elemental creature tokens for as long as it has an Awaken counter on. There's still lands. So the risk is if you turn all your creatures into 8/8s, they could all die to a sweeper. Just hope your opponent doesn't have a sweeper. And this card is great. And good stuff. Logan is like, not letting you end the stream. They go away. They want to see the Apex Devastator again. So this is just a big omen to the Apex Devastator. Okay, let's read the... We might as well do a little bit more work here. When you cast the spell, exile cards on the top of your library until you exile a non-land card that costs less. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. Put the exile card on the bottom of your library in a random order. Multiple instances of Cascade, each trigger separately. Any rules text? Wow, there's a lot of rules text on this card. This is nuts. Each instant of Cascade triggers and resolves separately. The spell cast due to the first Cascade ability will go on the stack. I'm not reading all this. Is there anything funny? If a spell with Cascade is countered, the Cascade ability will still resolve normally. Of course. So you can counter the Apex Devastator, but you can't counter the Cascade in all of us. And that's it for the show today, people. Thank you for joining us. We looked at the most expensive cards in green. There's a lot of clunkers. Some of them are great. Some of them are just fine. And if you want to be part of the show, you got to be here Monday to Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. I hope to see you. And thank you so much to everyone who supports the show, everyone who's a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you donate to you donate with the super chats to be part of the show. So thank you very much, and also thanks to everyone who's here live for the show. People like Platonic Liquid, Toad, Sebastian, Samrot, Steve Cooper, Mordrek, Dizzy, Blizzy, Ashen Rusty, Snowcades, Almond, Reiner. We got Mr. Deadhead, Blake Mamba, what is this, Kankusha, and Logan. Because as usual, my coffee crew, you guys make the show. So as usual, keep brewing up them coffees, and we will keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.